Hello and welcome to Tea Time. I'm Ginger Nelson, and today I have Jason Bishoff and Bret Wagoenhorst on the set with me, and they are here to talk YMCA.
Yes, we are, and have a little fun too. We've had a little fun for the interview, but we're gonna have a little fun here with talk about some great things. Tour de Tifton's coming up.
Tour de Tifton is coming up. Tell us a little bit about Tour de Tifton. Bret, now I know that you helped organize Tour de Tifton. What, this is the 5th annual?
It is the 5th year for it. It started back, I think in 2008, when a group of local cyclists got together and decided that they wanted to try to put their love of cycling to good for the community. And so we tried to come up with some way to partner with a local organization to put on a fundraiser. Most of us have been having to travel to Valdosta or Hayhira or Albany to do organized rides, and we wanted to do something here in Tifton. And at the time, Jimmy Moore was the CEO of the Y, and he offered to partner with us, and the Tour de Tifton was born. And then after a couple of years, one of the original organizers, Ilse Boyette, came down with cancer and passed away, and in her memory we changed the name to the Tour de Tifton Ilse Boyette Memorial Ride. Ilse was a nurse at Tifton Regional Medical Center, and she was actually originally from Germany. She married an American GI, Henry Boyette, who lived in Tai Tai, and they settled there and raised their sons here in the Tifton area, and she was an advocate of cycling and healthy living, and so when she passed on, we thought it was very fitting to name the event in her memory. And she not only helped organize it, but she also served as a volunteer at rest stops and helped cook, and she also rode the 62-mile loop one year. So.
Sweet lady, had the best personality. She really did. I know that we got footage of her, David got footage of her riding on her bike one day, and she just and loved her accent. Mm-hmm. Just a sweet lady. And you're right, she was healthy living. She was all about healthy living.
We all miss her very much. So
yeah.
This is our way to say thank you to her.
So what better way to write a memory of someone like her? It is coming up on when?
Saturday, April 12th this year. We try to do it, around springtime when the fields in the area where the rides go are very pretty to look at. And the weather's not too bad.
So, and how many riders do you typically have in a ride?
We've averaged about 100 riders the last few years.
Good turnout. I know I've ridden in it. I didn't ride last year, but I think it was the year before and the year before that. I think I did 2 years in a row, and usually a really good turnout.
We try to appeal to all levels of ability by having a short ride at 11 miles to medium distance rides of 24 and 45 miles, and then longer distance rides for the more avid cyclists. We've got what's called a metric century, which is 62 miles or 100 kilometers. And we have a full century, which is a full 100 miles.
Oh, wow. How many do you have sign up for the 100 miles?
Last year, I think we had about 20 to 25 complete the 100 miles.
Oh, my goodness.
That's too far for me to ride.
Yeah,
yeah.
I usually do the 25. Yeah. I stay in that little range.
I'm making spaghetti this year.
You're not gonna ride?
Somebody's gotta make the food. You gotta have good food, so I gotta help make the food in there.
We always get raves about the post-event pasta meal for the riders and the volunteers.
That's right. That's right. Now you have sponsors for the event as well.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. And folks, if they want to be involved in sponsorship, they can contact us at the Tifton area YMCA, and they'll be glad to get folks involved with that. But yeah, we do sponsors, get that involved, and got somebody singing the national anthem and start it all off, and then we'll go from there. We'll start off with the race, and then everybody goes their own path. It's about the same path it was last year. A little bit different.
We've kept the routes pretty much the same, and it's actually not a race, it's just a ride.
It's
people
not
can
like
go
a
at their own
run.
pace. They can go at a leisurely pace, and they don't have to rush or anything. We do have everybody start at the same time, just because that allows better traffic control, and some of the starting roads have a little bit of cross traffic, so we like to have the police out there kind of blocking the roads off while everybody gets started.
Yeah.
And these tracks have all been ridden by these guys. That's why they change them up a little bit. It's like, no, we don't like that road as much as like this road. And it's kind of neat, the process that goes through to pick out the route, different things. But I know Bret and several people have rode these routes and made sure everything was smooth, the roads were good, everything went well.
And there's lots of little bits of vanishing Georgia on some of these routes too. You'll see old barns and pecan trees and tobacco barns, and it's really quite scenic.
It is, and you have riders that come from all around to ride this ride, right?
Yeah, we have riders come from as far away as Athens and Augusta and Savannah and Atlanta, and then all the way up from the Orlando area in Florida. So we pull from a large area.
And it gives them a different, I guess, scenery to ride here in Tifton and ride out in our rural country area.
A lot of people think it's going to be pancake flat, and they get here and they encounter some hills.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I rode that first time how many hills are in Tifton. And we do have some hills.
Yes, ma'am.
We do have some hills out there on those back roads. But it is a lot of fun. A lot of people get together. You meet a lot of people. You know, you're not all riding together, but occasionally somebody will come up and talk to you, and then they'll go on.
A lot of camaraderie, both during the ride, as you mentioned, and also at the post-ride meal. You know, cyclists from all over sit down together at the tables and swap stories and tell of their experiences on other rides, and it's really great fellowship.
Yeah, the neat thing, there's certain checkpoints, like different churches have opened up to us in the community, different people in the different areas have opened up and say, you know, we can have our checkpoint here, and people, they stop, they talk a little bit there, and it's a good family atmosphere. I mean, you can have one price and get a whole family involved with different things you're doing, so it's kind of neat that it's a family together, doing things together, which is what the Y really is promoting, and then also if you're individual, you want to get out there and ride some as well. It's good for all ages, you can meet some people.
Yeah, that's
too.
right. There's kids that are out there riding as well.
We've had a lot of spouses ride together over the years as well.
Yeah, that's the only time I ride.
When David rides.
We have to knock the cobwebs off my bike every year and make sure that I'm not going to blow a tire.
And we always have
They've rotted.
We always have a great team of volunteers helping out too. I mean, there's a number of people in the community that help out. Sharon Petzel and Paul Horst this year, Penny Peters, Marion Curry, Nelson Coons, Joseph Wilson. All the staff at the Y is a big help. And then we've got other folks from local civic clubs and the schools that help out with the rest stops, providing refreshments to the riders and chatting with them. And so it's a great event.
Now, what is the price for the ride?
If you register before March 21st, the cost for an individual is $25, and for a family is $40. And then that includes you get a water bottle with the event, you get a t-shirt, and you get the pasta meal. So that's all included.
Wow.
After March 21st, up until the day of the event, the cost is $35 for an individual and $50 for families. So it does pay to register early if you're thinking you want to participate.
Yeah, and even if you're trying to, you know, decide if you're going to be able to go that weekend, you can still sign up at the race, right?
That's correct.
Okay, we don't want to call it a race. We want to call it a ride.
That's right.
That's right. It's not a run.
And you know, when you think about it, if you have a couple family members get together, by the time you get the T-shirt and the meal and the water bottle, it's a bargain.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And it's raising money for a good cause.
Well, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about the YMCA right here in Tifton. We'll be right back.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Meet Paul Arvizu, a 2012 graduate of Moultrie Technical College and a certified surgical technologist at Tift Regional Medical Center. He works in a field considered non-traditional for men. But Paul already knew firsthand what it's like to be considered different and to be transplanted by the winds of change. He immigrated to America from Mexico with his family as a 5-year-old, and while at Moultrie Tech, he gained full United States citizenship, was a Student of the Year finalist, and graduated with honors. No matter where life takes him now, Paul says nothing is out of reach. Thanks to faculty members, classmates, and a diploma from Moultrie Tech, he's empowered to help change lives as a valuable member of a surgical team.
This changes everything.
We're everywhere you turn. Moultrie Technical College.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to Tea Time. I am talking to Jason and Bret, and we have been talking about the Tifton area YMCA tour to Tifton that is coming up on April the 12th.
That is correct. That's great. Looking forward to it. And as Bret mentioned, it's a fundraiser for the YMCA, and I'm so gracious that these guys have been involved. And if you've been around Bret, he's very organized, very detailed, taken care of, and a guy that gets stuff done ahead of time. So it's been a lot of fun to work with Bret on this, and I've just started working with him on the Y side of it. And it's a good thing to raise money for a good cause.
That's right. This is a charity event.
That's right.
And it is for the YMCA.
That is correct. Help raise funds for the YMCA like the Father-Daughter Dance did. And there's many different things that it does. But yeah, it's just nice to work with a guy. I went back and told Darren, our CEO, I said, I like the way he takes notes and things. I said, because now when I do a meeting, I'm going to have it just like Bret does. So we got to say it now, just like Bret does at the Y.
Well, it's been a good experience for me too, because the Y staff is all a pleasure to work with.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, a fun day for a great cause.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it is.
And you know, the Tifton area YMCA has grown.
Yes.
Over the past year, it has grown. And you've had a lot going on out there. You just mentioned the father-daughter dance. I know one little girl who came home, and she was just, I mean, tired. She had partied all night long. She had herself a ball.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, a lot of young ladies did in the community. I've been involved, you know, going to the YMCA Father-Daughter Dance for 2 or 3 years now with my daughter. And every year, I mean, when it's over with, she says, next year we're coming again, right? And this year, my little girl, she said, Daddy, we are definitely going again. And I told folks at the Y, I said, guys, just so you know, I said, when we put this together, you got me until it starts, and then I'm hers. I said, because they asked, what are you going to dress up as? My daughter's dad. That's all I'm going as. And thank goodness we got a great staff at the Y. We all work together and do this.
Had plenty of women to help.
Amen to that. Thank you, Lord, for that. Because they had the theme this year with Alice in Wonderland. And in the middle of the auditorium, we had a tree all dressed up with a whole
heard about it.
Oh my goodness!
I heard it was really neat.
The girls did a great job of that. I helped a little bit on that side. I did more of the budget and more of the schedule and make things happen on that side. But Shannon Hawsey and I mean just did a great. Miss Woods as well. Steve Woods' wife, she did.
Melissa
yes.
and Penelope.
And Penelope, yes. All those mentioned Penelope and Miss Liz. Different ones really stood up and made a great thing with that. We had some other ones that were involved. Miss Cosma, she was involved with it. Beth was involved with it as well. And just different people that were involved and helping it make it a success. There was a lot of good folks with it. I mean, even Bret. Bret, he's with the Tour de Tifton, but really he helps out with everything we do. I mean, Christmas extravaganza, he was involved with. We had the Father-Daughter Dance. He said, hey, you need my help? I'm there. And he called me when he got off work, and I said, well, we've already got taken care of now. I said, the parts we need. I said, I appreciate all the work he does, but it's neat to see everybody come together and do that.
That's right. It's neat to see the whole town of Tifton come together and put an event on to make, you know, a girls' night.
Yeah, 700 to 800 folks were involved.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
With the Father-Daughter Dance, and just to, you know, have fun with everybody, go out there, have a little fun dancing, and this is the cool thing. They played a song called Cinderella by Stephen Curtis Chapman. It's talking about a little girl from when she's little, growing up and wanting to dance with her daddy.
Oh, see, I would cry.
Oh my goodness, there were some dads. I'm telling you, they were sitting there, and I was dancing with my daughter, and I was looking up trying to fight the tears in my eyes. I look up and I see some dads just tears running out of their eyes. They're holding their little girl, and as you see them dancing and holding that little girl and knowing their thoughts running through their mind where she's going to be one day when she gets older, and it was just, it's amazing. And that's part of that makes the event special. I mean, we had a lot of giveaways we did an American Girl doll giveaway, and did face painting after they took the pictures.
Yes, my daughter came home as a cat.
Yes, we had fun with that.
She had whiskers and ears and.
Oh, it was. We had a lot of fun with that. And that's just part of what, you know, we do is make it a fun family atmosphere. and it was a great thing. It was even bigger than last year, so it was good to have that.
So what else does the YMCA have going on right now?
We do a lot of things, and I mentioned a minute ago, Bret was involved with the Christmas extravaganza that we just got done with back at Christmas time. And Bret was there, and we really, it was nice to see the community turn out for it, but it also to give back to the kids. And you've seen that as well, didn't you?
It's a wonderful event, and to see those kids that don't have a lot,
Yeah.
Their eyes light up when they see that Christmas tree and they get to sit on Santa's lap, and very special occasion.
It was, and just to be involved in that, it's what makes it fun to work at the Y. I mean, when I say a new day at the Y, it's nice to see the great new things we're doing, and one of the new things we're doing now is a youth basketball league for boys 11 to 16, something new that we're starting, and it is, people in the community have asked. They've asked about adult flag football. They've asked about things to do new. So we started a youth basketball league for 11 to 16-year-old boys, and we've teamed up with First Baptist Church, First United Methodist Church, Northside Church, and New Covenant Church. They're on a committee that we formed together, and they've come together and helped us use their facilities. We're going to use First Baptist and First United Methodist because we don't have a gym yet at the YMCA. And so as far as a basketball gym, they're letting us use their gyms to house these events, and I'm excited about it. Just seeing all the churches come together and do something like this.
That sounds like fun. Now, so if someone's interested in that, when do they need to sign up?
The registration's already started. They have to be registered by March the 18th. After that, there's going to be a late fee involved with it. But March 18th is the deadline to sign up for that youth basketball league, and it's 11 to 16-year-old boys. And they used to have, like in Tifton, like a league for like church league kind of thing. But with all the churches involved with it, they said, hey, why don't the YMCA put that on?
Oh, that's great.
And a lot of homeschoolers that may not be able to play in school systems, they said, we'd like to be involved in it too. So we've had a good turnout for folks want to be involved in it, signing up for it, and then the churches to all come together and let us use their facilities. It's been a great thing.
Keep those kids active.
Amen, amen. We've got soccer and t-ball starting in April. We got basketball starting in April. I mean, and in springtime it's going to be really hopping around the YMCA.
Well, you also have flag co-ed football.
Yes, we do, and the Radio Flyers, which I know you're pretty familiar with that team.
Yeah, well.
They've got their team, and we had our first games last Tuesday. And are they still sore? That's my question.
Well, yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play that first game. I know that they thought I was just, making up excuses, but I actually woke up like the Saturday morning before. I don't know, I slept on my neck wrong, and I am still hurting from it. And I just knew I couldn't even turn my head, so I was like, there's no way I'm getting out there and playing football right now. But yeah. Well,
folks have asked, and we love doing adult flag football, and so I did. We've never had it at the YMCA as far as co-ed, and they did adult men's league a long time ago. So I said, hey, if you guys are interested, I'll start it. I'll try to get it going. And the co-ed league is actually bigger than the men's league.
So how many teams do you actually have?
We got 9 teams in it altogether.
That is great.
5 in the co-ed, 4 in the men's league. And it is, as you've seen Tuesday night, it's highly competitive.
Well, I was hoping it wasn't going to be competitive.
Oh, it's fun.
Because, somebody runs at me, I'm dodging.
Well, I heard, Bret said he would play for a team if he had an opening somewhere, but he said he didn't want to mess his hands up. So he said, you play a little football, didn't you? Like playing football?
When I was a kid, I loved to play flag football.
Oh, my goodness. And that's what we're trying
Well, see, I've never played football. I mean, I love watching football.
Right,
And I know all about the game while I'm watching it. But to get out there and play it is a different story.
Well, your husband, I heard, has a playbook. So it shouldn't be easy, too hard to go by. He's got a whole playbook of plays, and David's ready. He's prepared.
I'm like, just
ready.
tell me which way to go.
I think Bret would like David's team because he's very organized. He's got plays out there. He's got a whole book of what to do and what not to do. I'm like, man. So, and the Radio Flyers did really well. They come back at the end of the game. And
they did really good at the end of the game.
There was an interception in the end zone at the end. If they'd have caught the ball, the Radio Flyers would have won.
And poor Courtney and Kirsten, it was my fault that those 2 girls were the only girls on the team because I was not able to play that night. Penelope was not able to play that night, and so they had to stay out there the entire game because you had to have the females out there.
And I will say this, I've heard the girl talk on the radio, Kirsten Underwood, of course, talking about, I've heard her sing. But that girl's got an arm, too.
She does, and she can catch that ball, too.
She backed up, and because in co-ed, every third play is closed. One of the girls can either throw it or catch it. Her and Courtney, caught a first down. I'm like, Go girls! I mean, them girls, and that was the drive that got back in the game
Yeah,
too. So
yeah.
it was something that.
Well, my job is to hike the ball, and I actually have a bruise right here, and I couldn't figure out where that bruise came from on my leg, and then I realized it was
hiking the ball.
because I had to do it so hard to get it back.
Oh my goodness!
But anyway, it's fun.
And it's fun, and like Bret said, it's something you've done when you're a kid. You played that flag football, and you want to go out and do it as an adult. And we've had a lot of folks got in there, and we've got the Georgia Firebirds are in. They got a men's team in there. They got beat the other night by Papa
Are you
John's.
serious?
I'm serious. The Firebirds got beat by Papa John's in the last 6 seconds of the game.
Competitive.
Yeah, well, if you know we had two brothers in that were on the other team, and they're pretty good. So they had a little fun. We had fun with it. We used to have a little fun.
Well, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the information on the Tour de Tifton that is coming up on April the 12th. We'll be right back.
Meet Paul Arvizu, a 2012 graduate of Moultrie Technical College and a certified surgical technologist at Tifton Regional Medical Center. He works in a field considered non-traditional for men. But Paul already knew firsthand what it's like to be considered different and to be transplanted by the winds of change. He immigrated to America from Mexico with his family as a 5-year-old, and while at Moultrie Tech, he gained full United States citizenship, was a Student of the Year finalist, and graduated with honors. No matter where life takes him now, Paul says nothing is out of reach. Thanks to faculty members, classmates, and a diploma from Moultrie Tech, he's empowered to help change lives as a valuable member of a surgical team.
This changes everything.
We're everywhere you turn. Moultrie Technical College.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Welcome back to Tea Time. I am talking to Bret and Jason, and we have been talking the Tour de Tifton at YMCA. It is coming up April the 12th. Tell us again how we can get information on it. Is there a map online where we can go online and see
You
what?
can go to the Y website, www.tiftareaymca.org, and go to the event link, and it gives you the registration flyer. And then if you Google Tour de Tifton, it pulls up some of the old event routes if you want to check those out, or you can contact me and I'd be happy to share those with you.
Gotcha. And the price again?
If you register before March 21st, it's $25 for an individual and $40 for a family. If you register after March 21st, then it's $30 for an individual and $50 for a family.
And that not only includes the bike ride, that includes a dinner afterwards, spaghetti dinner.
Pasta meal. You get a T-shirt while supplies last. We've got these nice water bottles for your bikes that have the event insignia on it that are given out. And then if you complete one of the 2 Century rides, either the metric Century, which is 62 miles, 100 kilometers, or the full Century, 100 miles, you get a cool little decal you can stick on your bumper that says 62 or 100.
Oh, yeah, everybody likes to put little decals on their car.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like the marathoners that put 26.2 or
Yeah.
13.1 for the half marathoners.
For the longest time, I wondered what that was for.
I know.
I was in the back of the car.
I have a
what is that?
13.1 on the back of mine, and my mama, I've had it on my car for a long time,
Right.
and my mother just asked, what's 13.1 mean?
Somebody's got a tattoo on their arm right here, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, we
what
know
does
who
that
that
mean?
is.
Yeah, Penelope.
Yeah, but hers is that 26.
Yeah, it is.
But you don't want to miss the bike ride. It is coming up on April the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jason, if you really want to ride in the bike ride, I will knock the cobwebs off of my bike, and you can. I'm sure it'll fit. I mean,
I think that
it'll be a good fit.
Back in the kitchen, I need to help out with the chef. I need to cook a little pasta.
Pasta.
And you're not too old to ride. We had a 79-year-old complete the 62-mile ride one year.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow.
He was out of Thomasville.
Okay.
Really good shape.
Well,
I'm
see,
still cooking
you're
pasta.
not too old.
I'm cooking the pasta. I'm a cook. I can chef. Not really, but I'm not riding.
But it's a
It
charity
is.
event, and it is for the Tifton Area YMCA, and we love what the Tifton Area YMCA stands for. We love everything that it has done for our community and how it is growing.
we're growing, and we mentioned earlier, the flag football new this year, adult flag football, co-ed and men's. We also have the youth basketball league for boys, 11 to 16. And if these do well, I'm gonna keep trying new things and try something what people are asking for. I mean, people are asking about doing volleyball, and I've had several people said, we would love to play adult volleyball. So there's things we're trying, we're new. If they work, like the adult flag football, it worked, it's doing well, then we'll try new things and try to make it even bigger and better. And one day, with the aeronasium out there, I want to enclose. I want a gymnasium out there one day. So,
Yeah.
but it just takes time and a plan of doing different things. You start watching out behind the Y, got some new things coming there too. Just a little cat out of the bag, but new things coming back there too. So
Okay.
just keep watching what's going on.
And I know the gym's staying full too.
Yes, it is. It's that time of the year that we stay slam full.
That's
and
right.
if you come, after lunchtime, you come right after 9 o'clock. It's not too busy then at all. Usually later at night after school and everybody gets off work, it's busier then. But there's different times you can come that it's not too bad. I mean, really, and even at later at night, it's not that terribly bad anyways. You got plenty of treadmills open and things like that you'll have. So a lot of people use it for social events. They all come together and socialize together.
Yeah.
And we'd love to be involved with that. And then out at the pool and out there, we got all of our sports out there, the sports complex. So with adult flag football going on now, we got t-ball and soccer coming up. And then at the two churches, we're going to have basketball for boys 11 to 16. So a lot of new things coming up, a new day at the Y.
That's right, a new day at the Y. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on the show,
Always love to be here.
Thank you.
talking about the Tifton Area YMCA, and we appreciate everything that y'all have done to help the Tifton Area YMCA, especially you, Bret. I know you don't like to toot your own horn, but I know that you do a lot.
Takes a lot of folks to put this on.
That's
It does.
right, that's
Got a
right.
great group of volunteers.
And you don't want to miss the tour to Tifton that is coming up on April the 12th. Oh, we forgot to say what time. What time?
Registration is from 7 in the morning till about 7:45, and there's a mass start at 8 o'clock. But you can't show up at 8 o'clock and expect to get in. You need to get there early.
Need to get there early. So what time does the ride actually start?
It starts right at 8 o'clock.
Right at 8 o'clock. So you
So
don't
get there
want
at
to miss it.
7:30.
And Bret is punctual.
We like punctual.
Yes, we do.
So you don't want to miss it. April the 12th. Sign up. Even if you don't ride your bike very often, it is still a fun day. It's laid back, it's leisurely, and you can go at your own pace. But you don't want to miss it. It's April the 12th. Come out and ride for a great cause for the Tifton Area YMCA. And we will see you next time right here on Plant Tiff Net's Wiregrass Channel 3.